Within 1 month, the Luna token went down by 74%. And now we're even seeing the UST stablecoin depegging. Some people say it's a coordinated attack. Others say it's simply just bad risk management by the team. In this video, we are not going to focus on UST, but on the price development of Luna. Does it make sense to buy Luna right now? Or at what point in time does it make sense to be risk on again? I've done a backtest. I've done a simulation of buying and selling Luna to try to find out the perfect entry and exit points. So without further ado, let's jump right in. Hi, so here's the problem with the Luna token, right? It is very, very volatile. We have seen several of these kinds of crashes in the past. Here, look at this. A 92% decline between 2019 and 2020. Then another very massive crash from March of last year to May, more than 80%. And now again, we are looking at this crazy drop of 75%. Now that kind of a volatility, it might show how important it is to time crypto, to not just buy and hold. Because if you can figure out to a certain degree when prices tend to be elevated and prices tend to be depressed, then you can take advantage of that volatility, right? And so what I've done is I've looked at a backtest using moving averages. So the idea is pretty straightforward. We want to be in the market whenever the price is above the moving average, as in we want to take advantage of these kind of moves, right? 84% gain here, for example. And we want to exit the market whenever the price is below the moving average, as in not be invested during times like this. We can even turn this around a little bit. We can even bet on falling prices. So this is what I've done in the backtest. I've assumed that we are long whenever the price is above and that we are short whenever the price is below the moving average. Now, when you've got such a strategy, the question is always, what's the perfect duration of the moving average? Because when we look at this, we can set the length over here, right? This is the daily chart. And when we go very, very short term on the moving average, we tend to react quicker, right? We enter very, very early. We also exit very, very early. But sometimes we've got these failed signals where we buy and sell, we incur trading fees. So getting too close on the duration might not be too wise. However, going too long on the duration isn't that great either. Let's look at this, right? Let's maybe use a 50-day moving average. Now we are entering really, really late for that rally. So you would have only gotten, in this case, a 40% gain. And we also wait for quite a while until we turn bearish, still waiting to exit the market and taking this 22% loss. So the duration of the moving average here really, really matters in order to time this perfectly, in order to buy and sell the Luna token correctly. Now, it's not that straightforward to find out that duration, right? And one might even argue maybe the exponential moving average is better than the simple moving average, right? There's the exponential moving average that takes more weight in the recent data and less weight in the past data. So what's really the best here? Should we take the simple moving average? Should we take the exponential one? What's the best duration? And would it make sense to use such an approach if we also include the trading fees? Because this is the crux, right? You do have trading fees. I've done that simulation with 0.1% trading fees. That's typically what Binance is charging. Now, I don't want to drag this video out too much, so let's look into the results. This here is the first backtest I've done. Or to be more exact, it's 52 backtests summarized in a single chart. So I'm looking at all of the data, which is here in Luna's case, starting in July of 2019. And I'm simulating trading according to the simple moving average here in blue, right? Or cyan. And what we see here in this chart is the duration of the moving average in days. So we're looking at the 1-day moving average, basically just looking at yesterday's price, all the way to the 52 simple moving average. In black, we see the buy and hold line, as in how much would we have gotten, comparatively speaking, if we just bought and held Luna over this period. So that's the black line. And on the y-axis, we've got the annualized return. So this is not just the return from start to finish of the backtest, it's the return that we got every single year compounded, right? So annualized. And we can see that almost every single moving average, right? Once we go, say, above the 7-day, they all outperform buying and holding massively. Buying and holding would have gotten us 250% per annum, still an impressive return, but trading according to the moving average, when including 0.1% trading fees, it really outperforms very, very well, with the best moving average being over here, which is, when we look down, the 30-day simple moving average. Now, how would that look like in practice? What does this look like in a chart? 2,500% per annum. You are looking at this. In white, we see the Terra Luna price barely visible. In green, we see the back-tested return using the 30-day simple moving average, a very straightforward trading strategy, and still including the trading fees. This is what we are looking at. So the recent crash here would have benefited us using this strategy because we would have been short. Now, what we have to do in order to really see what happened here in the early days, we have to switch this scale over here, right? So this is going from 20 million to 40 million to 60 million. We are starting this backtest, by the way, with 10K US dollars. So we are going in these linear increments. Let's actually switch this up to 10x increments, right? A logarithmic scale. So we can see we would have been short when the price tended to decline. We would have been long when the price tended to increase. And just recently, with this crash, we also would have gotten quite a nice return. So Terra Luna is a really nice asset to use this strategy on. It doesn't work for every asset. I've done this backtest on maybe 30 or 40 different cryptocurrencies. Terra Luna is one of the best for that strategy. I find this result is simply very, very nice, right? A pretty consistent outperformance. Those two lines, they diverge more and more over time. Now, what about the exponential moving average? Is that maybe even better than the simple moving average? For that, we have to look at this chart. So the best duration here is in a very similar area again, right? Let's scroll down. It's the 28 exponential moving average, 28 day. The corresponding chart looks similarly impressive. This is the same on a logarithmic scale. Now, that being said, when we compare both the simple and the exponential moving average, the simple moving average still outperforms. And the outperformance is pretty massive, right? It's 1,000% per annum. So a 10x per annum difference. So really, when we want to look at Terra Luna, when we want to trade this, and we only want to have a single signal, then we should rely on the simple moving average, on the 30-day simple moving average. Simply for cross-checking, maybe we can also use the 28-day exponential, but really the 30-day simple moving average works the best. Now let's look at this in an active chart. So we take the 30-day simple moving average, we take the 28-day exponential moving average, so again, same color coding, and this is why this strategy works so well. We are outside of the market when the price crashes, or we're even betting on falling prices. We are betting on rising prices during the bullish times. And now we really have to consolidate for quite a while, for basically a month, until we can turn bullish again. We have seen similar crashes in the past, right? When we look at May of last year, we also crashed pretty heavily. There wasn't that much of a depack of UST, but still there was quite a bit of a movement. And until we could really turn around again, it took another 59 days roughly. So we went more or less sideways for 2 months until we could really go bullish again. I would not be surprised if we see something similar again happening right now. So from my perspective, there is no real rush to buy this dip right now. If the price stabilizes, if UST can go back to $1, then it's unlikely that we're going to see Luna to directly shoot up from here. It's more likely that we're going to see what we have always seen, some kind of a floor, and then if things play out, another rally in the future. So these V-shaped recoveries, they don't seem to be something that's happening with Luna. There's more kind of like a U-shaped recovery. So there's no rush at all, in my opinion, to catch this falling knife right now. We never really know if this is already the floor. It could be. UST is making some effort to regain its peg, but it's not there yet. And really, in order for Anchor to take off again, we have to be at the peg again, right? Nobody wants to get 20% APY on a stable coin that's always hovering below $1, right? The intention is that UST trades at $1. Now, I've done a lot of these kinds of backtests for all kinds of altcoins. And if you've got a specific altcoin that you would like to get backtested, feel free to simply join us here at the premium membership. The current rate is $49 per month. So you will get access to all kinds of exclusive content, tutorials on how to build such kind of a backtest. You'll get the results of all the backtested cryptocurrencies that I've done in the past. You also get access to the Excel sheets directly. So you can simply download this, right? Backtest on XMR, on Aave, on CRV, So feel free to check all of this out. Of course, we've also got a nice community, a chat within Telegram where we are discussing the current developments. Now, if you don't fancy paying now for a premium membership during these current times, I'm not blaming you. I'm still going to continue to publish free content here on this YouTube channel. So don't forget to subscribe. There's a video almost every day. And if you haven't joined yet our free Telegram group and you like to use Telegram, then simply search for Bitcoin Strategy channel within the Telegram app. We are now approximately 2,000 people over there. Last but not least, there is a video I made specifically around the UST depegging. So if that's something you're interested in, don't miss this video over here. A lot of value there. See you in that video and thanks for watching this one. Bye bye.